You're a flippin' idiot, Ricard. Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm the Survivor Dude. What the heck was that? Look. I just want to say this right now. Shannon's been my favorite this entire season, and I have been on her side the whole way, and I've been cheering for her. I've been rooting for her, and so I'm a little butthurt. I'll admit that straight up. But somebody try to explain this to me. I'm not putting myself in Shane's shoes on this. I'm putting myself in Ricard's shoes on this. We got Danny and Deshawn say, we need to vote out Ricard. And Ricard's like, And then Liana tells Shan, and then Shan tells Ricard, and Ricard's like, I gotta work hard at immunity and win immunity. All right, I won it. Now who am I gonna vote out? The person who told me they were coming after me. What is happening here? What is it? Who? Oh, the number one rule on Survivor, keep those who are working with you. Ugh. How is this? I can't even get the words out because this doesn't make any sense, Ricard. Shan was wanting to work with you. Who else do you got? Who else do you have working with you? Nobody! Your only chance to do any real damage in this game was to ride her coattails to the end and boot her at the last minute. Now you got nothing! You think Deshawn and Danny are going to take you to the end? Heck no, they're not! Do you think that Erica and Heather are wanting to take you to the end? Well, they seem to be coming after you in the preview, so that's not happening! Who do you have? You got nobody! And I don't get this. When somebody warns you and you go against... Look. I admit that they needed to go against Stan pretty soon if he wanted a chance to win. He did need to do that. I'm not saying it wasn't a good move to go after Shan. I'm just saying now, at this point, you are a leaf on the wind with nothing holding you in this game. But I will admit, this is an interesting twist. I was Team Shan the entire way from the beginning. My winner pick was Shan. Everything was Shan. And so now my second winner pick is Deshawn. So, I mean, he's still in there, so he still has a chance. But, I mean, I'm just going to say this. If Ricard wins this season, it's going to be in spite of this move, not because of this move. I just don't even know who has, I feel like Liana is going to be the one that has the chops. Now, Liana's my new winner pick, which is, saying crazy because she was left out of this vote and she hasn't been in a lot of control throughout the game. But, oh man, I'm just trying to think. Because, okay, here's the divisions of the tribes that we got now. On the one hand, we have Danny and Deshawn, they're a pair. We have Erica and Heather, they're a pair. We got Ricard and now Liana and Xander, who kind of don't really have anybody. That's the breakdown. So right now, what do I see happening? I see Deshawn and Danny trying to reel back in Liana, and then, oh my gosh, because Heather and Erica, that's a strong pair now. And they have wiggle room that they didn't have before. I feel like Erica, Heather... See, here's the thing. I've never really considered Erica much of a winner pick, but I'm actually thinking that it's possible right now. She's now been getting steady streams of confessionals. I feel like she would have had more if she's the winner pick, but she might be stupid light. Okay, let's just break down... I can't speak anymore. It's just, tell me where the logic is. Tell me where the logic is in voting out somebody who's wanting to work with you, even if she didn't want to go to the end with you, was wanting to work with you for the long time, versus working with the people who wanted to vote you out. If it was in Shan's best interest to let them vote out Ricard. And I don't think I would have said that going into this episode. But apparently it would have been in her best interest to just say, see you later, Ricard. I don't need you anymore. Goodbye, bye-bye, bye-bye. So long, farewell. Have a nice death. Oh boy. Yeah, this hurts. This hurts a lot. I get why for Danny and Deshawn, they couldn't continue to vote with Shan. After Ricard blew up their spot and said that Shan was trying to vote you out if I didn't win, I get that they're like, okay, we can't trust Shan, we need to get her out. I just don't, oh my gosh, I just don't feel like it was a good move for Ricard, because now, who's protecting him? What does he have? This is the second idol this game that has been... We have not had this entire game with every single flippin' advantage. We have not had one played correctly. You realize that? Both idols have been gone the wayside because they didn't get used when they were blindsided. I told... this goes back to what I said last week. This would not have happened if Nasir was still around. I guarantee this wouldn't have happened if Nasir is still around. And look, Shane, you didn't need to, just turn on Ricard and try to vote him out or anything. What you could have done was simple. You could have just said to Nasir, hey, play your idol tonight. I'm going to vote for you, but I really want to work with you. I just want you to play your idol tonight and be safe. And then, boom, you're safe, and then blah, 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 blah. It's just so... I go back to thinking this thing through now. Shan's biggest mistake this whole game was Ricard. She put all of her eggs in the Ricard basket, and every single time she voted somebody else out, she should have voted off Ricard. Brad would have been better than Ricard for her. Jeannie, JD, flippin' Abraham. Oh wait, Abraham wasn't as Sarah would have been better than to keep Ricard around for her. Just because I don't see any of them doing this to her. So, Shan made some mistakes in this game, and I feel like she had this game in her hand and she lost it. Man! Sorry, it just really pisses me off. There's still a lot of game left to be played. There's a lot of players left to be going on. Who am I cheering for anymore? Well, not Ricard. I think that his move was dumb. Erica, I've been liking a lot the more we see of her, but I still think if she was the winner, she probably would have had more of an edit. Deshawn, I think, now has some possible winning potential. Now, I thought from the beginning of the show that I felt like a woman was going to win, but right now, what are we with the guy-girl ratio? We have Xander, Ricard, Danny, Deshawn, and then we got Heather, Erica, and Aliana. Isn't that crazy that we had all the guys go out the pre-merge and now just the women have been going out after, with the exception of Nasir? That's crazy to me. You know, I remember I read on Reddit once where somebody said, hey, women, if you want to be considered one of the best of Survivor, only go to the end with women. Because a lot of times people, winners in Survivor, if they go to the end with men, there's usually bitterness about it, or they think that they're unworthy, like Natalie White, or that, stuff like that. But when players go to the end with all women, they're viewed as some of the best of all time. Natalie Anderson, Parvati, those are the people who are viewed as some of the best because that's all their competition was, so they were viewed as some of the best. Now, I don't necessarily completely agree with that, but I do to an extent. Anyway, I don't know what's going to happen next. I still have one winner pick standing in Deshawn. I was so sure Shan had this, though. I think she did have this, but I think she lost it. A series of mistakes that she let happen. And it's funny, because everyone said, oh, Shan's such a bossy boss that she keeps on trying to control the game. I mean, yes, but the moves that she was trying to make were the correct ones for her game. She just couldn't get enough people around it. Okay, I'm going to stop talking about shit. I'm just heartbroken. I haven't been this heartbroken in Survivor since Aubrey didn't win. I mean, it's just, It hurts, and I thought she had it all. I thought she was going to be both the biggest character and the best and the winner. You know, I thought she was going to be a Tony, but I guess not. Okay, so who's on the chopping block next week? Out of pure spite, I'm going to say Ricard is on the chopping block for next week. Because Ricard, he's trying to... I don't know who's going to protect him now. Nobody's going to protect him. I feel like he's now done this big move, and he's like, oh, look at him. Now he's a bigger target. His target he's like, he betrayed his closest ally. What a big move. And now it's like, but he has nobody to protect him. That's the thing. If you do a big move, you need to have the numbers to protect you so that they don't just quickly turn on you. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have the numbers. They're going to turn on him. I think Liana's going to go hardcore against him. I don't think Danny and Deshawn is going to put up much of a fight about it. I feel like, does Erica and Heather feel like they're going to go against him? Even if they did, that's not enough. So, yeah, on the chopping block next week, I'm hoping it's Ricard for just none other than, like, ha, I told you so. Or maybe he gets drugged to the end and gets no votes. I don't know. That's just what I'm saying right now. MVP of this episode, not Ricard. I'm going to say that. Heck, that's what I'm going to say, not Ricard. Because flipping Ricard is just... I don't think this was a good move for his game. I really don't. I think that it was a bad move, it was a mistake, and I think that it was just something that... I did a podcast with, I did a YouTube video with a bunch of other guys. I forget. I'll put a link to it in the description. And we were talking about all the characters and where they were in the game. And I said about Shan, I said, if Shan's going to go out, it's going to be because of Ricard. That's the story we're being set up. And I was unfortunately right. I guess I was naive to think that she was going to make it all the way to the end. I just hoped. So my only winner pick left is Deshawn. I'm hoping that he can take it all the way to the end. Him or Liana, I would be satisfied with in a win with those guys. I think that right now for Liana, she needs to work with those guys. I think she needs to take at least one of them out. I think... New prediction for the final three! That's right. My prediction for the final three: Danny, Liana, Heather. That's my prediction for the final three. And yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. I'm not gonna do a new prediction every single time. This one really blew all my previous one out of the water, so it's like, well, poop. Yeah. I hope I would be okay with a Deshawn win. Deshawn is playing a really good game. I'm giving him the MVP. I don't think I said it just because Shan was eventually going to be gunning for him, and he's able to protect himself and keep going in the game. I think Shan would eventually come for him. So in the end, I think it is right for his game, and I think it has a potential to blow back in his face. I said last week that the Black Alliance won't go against each other this episode because I didn't think they have the maneuverability to. Apparently the game's a little bit more wide open than I thought. And today's episode was so sad with like them being like, we want to go to the end with each other. I don't think I can trust you. I don't think I can be with you. But I want to go to the end just for the crappy year that it's been for Blackmail. It's a really moving and touching scene. I thought it was Deshawn's swan song, but apparently it was Shan's. So, I just don't get it. I don't get it from Ricard. Why would you go with somebody who's trying to vote you out versus somebody who wanted to keep you in the game just a little bit longer? Go with people who want to keep you, even if they're threats. Don't take them to the end, but you had a little bit more time for maneuverability. I know. I know it's because I'm a big Shan fan and everything, but I Well, at least I know she's gonna come back for another season. Because Shan, you are. I know you're not watching, but if you are the best character this season. I still think that no matter what happens next, I think that nobody's gonna outdo you. I think you're a once in a lifetime character, and I want you back on the screen as soon as I can get you. I mean, wait a couple seasons, rest up, get your strength, and then come back. Anyways, that's all I have to say. Ricard, screw you, and for everyone else, see you later.